Squarespace 19 here, and today we'll be watching our first take. I have not done one of these in a while. But Stephen A. Smith, Steelers defense about performance against Buccaneers. If y'all want to see him, go to ESPN, subscribe to them on YouTube, and they got all kinds of videos. If you just want to see first take, go down here. First take with Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman and all of them. But let's get right into this.
There is nothing about the Steelers' defense that gives me a reason to believe they can stop anybody.
Nevertheless,
that's my problem.
Max, you know what I saw? That Vance McDonald stiff arm touchdown. You gotta be juiced about that play. I was hyped in my bedroom.
That's one of the most hilarious things I've ever seen.
Very dude.
That brother's gonna have a tough time in film room all week long. That's all year long.
Oh my gosh, Max,
you were right.
You were saying
Did you see Ryan Switzer chasing McDonald after he mushed him? No, he was so
That's
fired
a violation.
up.
That was unreal.
That's disrespect. Look, everything you just said about the Steelers is why I didn't like them to make the playoffs this year. That and I thought Roethlisberger was in steady decline. You know, I talk about Cliff, that means like you're cruising around, but Roethlisberger just looks like getting worse and worse and worse. He looked good yesterday. Not going to lie. I thought Roethlisberger made plays that said, oh, that's Ben Roethlisberger. The defense, yeah, whatever. We knew that coming in. That's why I didn't like them to even make the playoffs. I thought the Ravens would be good. I thought the Bengals would be better. The AFC is weak. There is reason for optimism for the Steelers. By the way,
You're right,
the NFC is not as tough as we thought after the way the Vikings looked, after the way the Eagles have been looking. We expect the Eagles to get better. I would expect the Vikings to get better, but so far. But the AFC, you're quaking in your boots again. Okay, the Chiefs, the offense is ridiculous. Where's the defense?
Yep.
The Chiefs have a Swiss cheese defense. I like the Chargers still. I think when Bosa gets back, the Chargers are going to be good. But right now, are the Chargers world beaters? The Patriots don't look very good so far. The AFC is weak. The Steelers just won a game they might have lost, right? They got a tie in a game they might have lost. They've gotten maybe a little bit lucky early to wind up 1-1-1 and still in position to make a run. I don't love this team the way you did or the way many did coming into this season. But is there reason for optimism? Roethlisberger can still do it. The AFC is weak.
I love how you always remind me of what I say, but you never remind the world of why I said it. When I talk about the AFC, I repeatedly talked about how weak the AFC was. I talked about how New England, I thought, would take a step back. I talked about how elite Kansas City's offense was, but their defense was suspect. And I said that Jacksonville, there's no way in hell you're going to get me to believe in Blake Bortles. That's why I believe so much in the Steelers. I didn't sit there and say I believe in the Steelers because they're the second coming of the New England Patriots.
But now you're saying there's not reason for optimism.
I say because I don't like the fact that their defense can't seem to stop in at their body.
So now you were where I was and I am where you were?
No, I'm still not there.
Guys, we got a former Steeler.
I'm not happy.
Here's the thing. Last night gives me no optimism.
Right.
But the AFC makes me feel a little happy.
Yeah.
You know, and it depends. See, Stephen A's a fan, right? So when you're a fan...
Oh, really?
Oh.
Look who's talking.
Excuse me.
Look who's
Can I
talking.
finish?
Go ahead. Oh, I forgot it. You went to Redskins. My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's bad.
I'm sorry. I forgot you left for the Redskins.
I'm not a fan.
My bad.
Right? I'm not a fan. I just watch it and understand
Sure.
it. You know, Stephen
A.
A. sitting there in his Steelers sweatshirt, right? He got the Steeler hoodie on, right? Because, I
had the hoodie.
4 years ago, he might not have put the hood on, but the hairline's still coming back a little bit as we near 50.
I called Dion about that.
So here's the thing. If you watch Ben can still play. Right, this offense can still move the ball. You saw them milk the clock late in the game with James Conner. The defense does make me nervous, but which offense in the AFC gets you scared? The Kansas City Chiefs do, but you watch the second half, Kansas City Chiefs in the first quarter up 21 on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they fight back and get in the game. I believe that this team can score with anybody. You're missing Gilbert, you're missing DeCastro last night, but you continue to fight. Boswell really puts you in bad situation because he's missing field goals, and this is usually a very dependable field goal kicker. It's too early to write the Pittsburgh Steelers off. What happens to people like me and you who are fans, I'll admit I am a fan.
Thank you.
We're used to watching the Pittsburgh Steelers play a certain way. right? You're used to Blitzburg. You're used to physicality on defense. That's not this team anymore. They are trying to learn to bend and not break. Keep people out of the end zone when they get into red zone situations.
And they got the classic modern offense that works.
Absolutely.
Spread guys out.
Absolutely. So we saw them find ways to score points. And in the same way we're talking about getting lucky against the Cleveland Browns, they should have beat them. Right? We talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. They were hot early.
And by the way,
they could have
Juju Smith-Schuster.
It's a star.
Juju Smith-Schuster. This is not just like you're lying on the other side of Antonio Brown. There's a guy with some potential. That dude is a star receiver.
He's arrived. I will say this. I appreciate the value of Ryan Shazier. Please don't get me wrong. But I'm tired of hearing folks, whether it's the Steelers or announcers or aficionados, talk about, oh, they lost him. It's hard to replace. You had a year. Figure it out. Figure it out.
So
find something.
If you think about the Steelers' defense, this is how it went, right? You had James Ferrier and Larry Foote. Larry Foote was the guy that ran around.
Yep.
Ferrier was the thumper. They got Lawrence Timmons. Lawrence Timmons became the guy that ran around, and Foote was the thumper. Everything always moved. When you look at Bostic and Vince Williams, they're the same guy, and that's not the way the Steelers have been put together. So though there's an emotional taxing point because you watch Ryan Shazier get hurt, replacing him in what he was able to do is very difficult.
It's a very valid point.
And even if you have a year, it's hard.
What scares me about it, what bothers me about it, Mike Tomlin, who we all revere in our own respects, we think he's a great coach. He ain't Bill Belichick, but damn it, he's up there. My problem is you come from a defensive background. You know this. You know exactly what Ryan Clark just said. Why is that the case? Why is that the case?
Because their resources are devoted to the offense.
You don't just find Ryan Shazier's just laying around. It's not like, oh, we need to get a free agent.
I'm talking about what you said about the way they're built.
I got you.
Alright, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy. Remember, subscribe to ESPN. Crush 19 out.